Welcome back to the Fantasy Bros YouTube channel, the best fantasy channel for all your football advice that you need to win your final week 16, the finals. We're going to help you win your chip to start and sit all the RBs that you need to do. I will start off my first one with David Johnson. He plays against Cincinnati. It's a gorgeous matchup, and he got 11 receptions last week.
And even Benny Snell played well.
Against a beautiful Colts defense. And now he goes against Cincinnati, who I don't think have the best defense in the world. They have an okay defense, but they're not the greatest. And David Johnson's going to be seeing some great touches, so I think he's a for sure start this week. Joe, who's your first start?
I actually got the running back on the other side of the ball, which is Giovanni Bernard.
Gio the Bio?
We thought he fell off after being a solid pickup earlier in the season. But now with Joe Mixon ruled out, I feel like for the rest of the season, at least for this game, which is the only game that really matters for fantasy purposes. Gio's playing against one of the worst run defenses, probably the worst run defense, which is the Texans, and he played really well against the Steelers defense last week, who everyone said to sit him. He had 84 and 2 touchdowns or something like that last week, and I don't see him not playing well this game. They don't really have much to play for, but Gio wants to prove that he should be part of a team next season, so.
It's definitely a terrible
playing for his job. He's a good matchup, and I think he does well.
I mean, if you put up those numbers and put up like 22 fantasy points against the Steelers, what can you do against the Houston Texans?
He can catch the ball also, which is good.
Yeah, definitely a great matchup for him. My first start is Jeff Wilson. He plays the Cardinals. Last game, he put up 70 yards and a touchdown on like 14 carries. That was with Raheem Mostert, and now Raheem Mostert is out of the game, so he's a must start. If you can put up those numbers with Mostert out, this guy's going to, who knows what we can do against Arizona. He's going to put up high-end RB2 numbers, so get him in your lineups.
Yeah, my next start is J.D. McKissick. He plays against an okay Carolina defense, but he's a target hog on that team. That's his best upside, and he gets the decent carries. And
even with Haskins, which we didn't really think was going to happen.
Yeah, but also Gibson's coming back, though.
He has a chance to come back. He's not 100%, but even if he does...
Is Haskins playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's still playing. Alex Smith does not really look like he's going to be ready in the game.
I don't mean for health reasons. He had an off-field.
I know, but that's the reason he wouldn't play would be Alex Smith. But continuing on with J.D. McKissick, he gets so many targets. Even if Gibson's in, he's a target hog. And I think that Gibson has a chance to be out, and he gets some carries. So, but his best upside is in PPR leagues, so I think you definitely start him in those type of leagues.
So I got Miles Sanders, which he has an unreal matchup, playing for the playoffs, playing for... in a division matchup, he's playing against the Cowboys. We said start Jalen Hurts for the same reasons, and Miles Sanders has got to look good in this one. He played pretty well last week, nothing too special, but
he's going to go off, 100%.
He's going to have 100+ and a touchdown at least.
Easily. Because Cowboys defense is super exploitable, and Miles Sanders is one of the more talented RBs in the league. He's going to exploit the hell out of them. My next start is Le'Veon Bell. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell, that's right. The guy who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, CEH, went down with an injury. In the absence of CEH, Le'Veon went for 70 yards rushing and a touchdown. That was half the game. Okay, now he gets a full game all to himself in the backfield against Atlanta.
Behind a really good offensive
line. They have
a
tough defense, but yeah, exactly. Kansas City has a great offensive line. Le'Veon Bell, we know how talented he is when he's healthy and when he's motivated, and he seems highly motivated because CEH is out.
Also, they're going to be ahead most of the games. So they're just going to run the ball.
Yeah, I see, and also he's a pass catching back, so this guy's going to have a big day for sure.
Yeah, my final start of the week is two men who will have good games. Myles Gaskin and Salvon Ahmed.
Oh, wow,
Salvon Ahmed, only if...
Wait, you're starting both of them if they're both playing?
Only if you need...
Is it an or an
and? Who's the better play?
Myles Gaskin, 100%. Myles Gaskin has the upside of being a better running back. Salvon Ahmed is a really great running back, and I think he's a decent start if you need him. But Myles Gaskin goes against Las Vegas, and they're not a great defense whatsoever. I know they both do. But Gaskin goes against...
JT put up 150 and 2 touchdowns against them.
Yeah, and they just don't have a good defense. So I think Myles Gaskin is a surefire start.
I like Gaskin as an RB2. Ahmed is like a low-end RB3 flex play.
If Gaskin is playing, why are you considering starting Ahmed?
It doesn't matter because Ahmed's going to get volume.
He'll still be involved. That's why it's tough to start Gaskin. So
yeah.
if Ahmed's back, it hurts the upside of both of them, for sure.
Okay, interesting. I'm starting as my last one, Kareem Hunt. The third Brown I'm starting. I think they'll all do well.
You're picking a lot of Browns.
Yeah, I'm not even picking I'm not even picking Chubb. I mean, I'm not saying sit him, but just he's not really in this conversation. I think Hunt is going to be needed. Like I said, I think Baker's going to throw the ball, and and the Jets' run defense is really good. I don't think Hunt's going to get his points in the ground game. I think he's going to get his points through the air. I think he'll have 5 or 6 receptions, get a bunch of yards, and maybe even a touchdown if you're lucky. So I see him having a good day.
Yeah, it's not that difficult to have a good day against the Jets. So yeah, get ready for that.
It was for everyone on the entire Rams team. So
somehow.
Oh, so then why are you starting Kareem then?
He's
He's a pass catching back, and a lot different than what the Rams have. And also Baker's better than Goff. So
my last start is Leonard Fournette. No Rojo this week, like last week. And in the absence of Rojo, 2 touchdowns, 50 yards on the ground. He's getting the volume. He's a pass catching back. He's on a decent good offense with Tom Brady throwing to him and handing the ball off. We expect big numbers from him. He gets one of the worst, I think the worst defense, Detroit Lions. So he's going to have a field day.
Yeah, last week was a good Falcons run defense.
He's going to put up RB1 numbers. Start him.
Yeah, my first sit is James Conner. This guy is owning over 90% of leagues still somehow. This guy doesn't put up any numbers. And now he plays Indianapolis.
It's like Todd Gurley. Both of them should be on the waivers.
Indianapolis he goes against. And they again, I continue to say this, they have a really great defense against the run. And he's not going to be putting up numbers at all.
No, don't even sit him. Just drop him. I mean, last game anyway. If you're not going to start
unless your commissioner locked your team.
Yeah.
My first sit is a guy who, for all the salty Cam Akers owners who expected him to take him to the championship, you're sitting Darrell Henderson. You're not starting him. He wasn't really good before with all the volume he got. I don't really expect him to play too well against the Seahawks run defense, which has been unreal since they got
Carlos
Dunlap, and I just don't see why you would start Darrell Henderson.
Interesting. My first sit is Mike Davis. Now, the past 3 games, he has not eclipsed 60 yards. This is the past 3 games.
He had one good game in the past, like
okay, those were the touchdowns.
Yeah, it was a touchdown.
And now, and he played Minnesota, Denver, Green Bay, very exploitable run defenses. And now he gets even probably the hardest defense to run against, Washington. I'm sitting Teddy Bridgewater, I'm sitting Robbie Anderson, I'm sitting Mike Davis. I'm sitting 3 Panthers this week.
And the Panthers are sitting Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, exactly. Mike Davis, he's gonna have a dud of a game. He's not gonna. Maybe he'll score a touchdown, but the yards are not gonna be there. The Washington football team are gonna shut him down like they usually do to running backs. Sit this man.
My next sit is Antonio Gibson. Only because he might be limited this game if he plays. He's not 100% to play, and even if he does play, he's gonna be limited. And I think it will be a J.D.
Beautiful
McKissic
matchup for him.
I think it will be a J.D. McKissic game. So I don't like Antonio
Max,
Gibson.
you starting Antonio Gibson?
Yeah, I'm definitely starting Antonio Gibson.
If you have better options, definitely go for them.
He plays the Panthers, and if he is healthy, which I think he will be.
How many yards did Aaron Jones have last
week? He's my RB13.
150.
Aaron Jones went off.
But you don't have any other options. It's just like if he's a little injured, he might get limited snap count. So just beware.
My next sit is Christopher Carson. You may be asking,
not Christopher Columbus.
Why would I be sitting this man? I'll tell you why. Last game, 15 for 63. Yeah, he played the Washington football team defense, hard defense, but now he gets and also another hard defense in
Aaron Donald,
Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Rams, one of the best running defenses in the league. Chris Carson's going to get shut down again. He hasn't eclipsed 77 yards the past 3 games. Got a touchdown in one of the last 3 games. He's going to have a tough day. Don't expect much.
My next guy was trying to cut me off. Is actually one of Zach's favorite iconic players, Gallbladder Wayne Gallman. He's fallen off after having a really nice little stint over there in New York. He's playing against the Ravens' run defense, which with Yannick Ngakoue from the Jaguars has proven to be a force. And the Giants, I don't really have much more to say, but
yeah,
I don't really see
the average Giants player, honestly. Against the Ravens, even against a good team, you're going to sit them.
Yeah. My final one is another person who's way too much old in fantasy, Todd Gurley. They projected him 4.4 points. They projected Yahoo projected him 4.4 points. Yeah. They go against KC, who have Chris Jones at the line, and he's just not a good running back.
Doesn't matter who you have at the line. He's Todd Gurley. He's 26 years old.
He's a dud.
And he's washed up.
He really sucks.
Yeah.
My last sit is James Robinson. One of our sell highs earlier in the season. He's fallen off, and this is the most crucial time to own a running back, and he's going to fall off again. I mean, last game he had 16 for 35. The game before that, 12 for 67. And now he gets Chicago, coming off of an injury. So
Not exciting.
He's not healthy. Tough run defense. Bench him.
I like that one. My last one is Melvin Gordon, who is playing against the Chargers. They have a softer run defense than their pass defense, but like I said, just Drew Lock just likes throwing the ball. I can see Melvin doing well, but like I don't expect it. I think they're going to win through the air, and Denver, I don't think they have a shot at making the playoffs. But
So let me argue
Drew
with
Lock
that.
is playing for his job, but otherwise they're going to draft the quarterback.
Because against the Bills, which have a tougher defense, you would say, right? Than the Chargers. 11 for 61 and 2 touchdowns. That's almost 6 yards per carry.
Touchdowns though. You're not
That's almost 6
expecting
yards per
touchdowns.
carry though. It's very effective.
Okay, so
Very
then you say the
efficient.
same with James Robinson.
Very
12
efficient.
for 67 is almost 6 yards a carry also.
Okay, but no, the game before that was even much worse though. 16 for 35.
Yeah,
and
no,
then plays
okay,
a hard.
fine. So
worse
I can list you off all of Melvin Gordon's poor games this season. Whatever. Like I said,
I would start Melvin.
it's my gut feeling. Max is going to start him, I guess, somehow.
You
You have better options than Melvin Gordon, and I'm sitting him. So
I think he's gonna have a
that's what I
great
gotta say.
game. So if you're hesitant to start him, don't be hesitant unless you have really good options.
Don't start him. Trust me, Jr. I know you're
All
looking
right,
at
and
me.
with that,
If you stuck with us this entire video, then you've
And
enjoyed that little.
type lemon in the comments.
Type
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon will go
Have
up.
lemon in the
Anyway, thank
comments.
you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing and liking, commenting, and subscribing because that's what you are about to do if you haven't. And thank you for helping us grow. And we'll see you next year.
It's dinner time.